Good morning everyone, how are we this morning? I say good morning, but it's actually the afternoon. I say that because I always aim to get these videos out on a Sunday morning. Sometimes that doesn't go to plan, so if it's not the morning, please don't get me in trouble. I have tried to leave the flat twice already. First time I realised how bitterly cold it is, so I had to run back and grab a jumper, this like extra layer, and a hat and a scarf. I'm not complaining, I do love the cold weather, I love getting wrapped up. However, I just keep forgetting it's still February, like we're still in winter. I have this weird habit of kind of skipping to the next season before it starts. Second time I had to run back to the flat to grab my phone because I left my phone. So we're not doing very well today. Hopefully that's not a sign of how the day is gonna go for the rest of the day. I am just wandering through Inverleith Park. I'm actually heading towards the Botanic Gardens because they have a really nice big cafe there, and I'm gonna go and do some work in the cafe. I keep getting distracted at home. It's just nice to be out and about during the day. It's also like a nice setting, like there's a huge window and everything. I'll show you the cafe when we get there. I also remembered that they do a really good iced latte. Although I'm so cold right now, I might not go for iced. I might go for a warm one for once. Look at these allotments in Inverleith Park. How cool would it be to have a little allotment here? I was once peering through the fence like a total creep, and a guy came over and was like, "Darling, you'll be waiting years on the waiting list for that." I was like, "Oh, thanks for letting me know." He defo took joy in telling me that. You know, when you can just tell that someone's taking joy. He probably was taking joy in the fact that he was telling me something that I didn't know. Imagine taking joy in crashing a young girl's dreams like that. Let's show you my outfit. Oh look, some kids left their little sunnies here and they're... Ooh, I keep stepping in mud and like squidging around in it. I am wearing some 3-stripe navy joggers. I'm actually loving wearing joggers and then like challenging myself to make them look a bit more, well, a bit less slobby basically. So I've decided to pair them with my little pumps from And Other Stories. This is literally the muddiest ground I have chosen to film this in. I could have filmed this at home, but I feel like my last few vlogs have been very home-based. Forgive me for that. And then I'm wearing this grey kind of turtleneck, roll neck jumper, plus another jumper. This one's from H&M. This one is really cozy. This is the one I ran back for. This scarf that I got from the Chest, Heart and Stroke charity shop. I'm also wearing my big oversized jacket that I got from the charity shop. I still haven't cut the pockets yet, so I'm kind of annoyed that my hands are freezing, although I did bring my black leather gloves with me, and guys, I'm just not getting the wear out of these gloves. I just feel like they don't really suit my personality. I'm a bit more of like a mitten cozy girl than a leather glove, so I'm trying, but I'm not really. I also went and got this hat when I went back. This is, my mum gave me this, although she says that I stole it from her. I did not steal this. My mum will definitely be commenting on this saying you did steal it, but I swear I didn't steal it. This is my one. She must have lost her one. Even though my hair is nice and clean, I just needed a hat. You know, some days you just really need a hat because it's so cold. So I got a latte and I got a little chalky brownie as well. I'm so excited for this. Also, it turns out this place is actually way more poppin' than I thought. I did not know this place was going to be so busy. But actually, it's kind of nice that it's busy because sometimes when places are busy, it means you almost have more what feels like privacy, I guess, because it's loud and people aren't really paying attention to you. So I kind of like that. There's still a lot of seats. Like I have this whole bench to myself at the end. I think I would feel bad if it's this busy taking a big table. The tables in here are huge, by the way. But yeah, I kind of love this little space. I also brought my headphones. The food here looks so delicious. I tried to film some of it, but I think the guy that was working here could see that I was filming. This might be my new favorite place. I kind of love it here. I feel like I have so much space to sprawl. And I'm right beside a window. If I get bored, I can go for a little wander. Look at all of the space I have. Just get myself set up. I've never done this before. I have never gone and sat on my laptop by myself in a cafe. Can you believe it? Can you believe I'm a young-ish person in this society and I've never done that? I feel like that's so my generation. And let's try this latte. I actually got decaf because my boyfriend's still on holiday and I do not want to be up all night by myself. worrying about someone coming to murder me. Wow. And this is the chocolate brownie. I'm going to do some job application admin, and then I'm also going to edit some shorts because I've actually been posting YouTube shorts, and I've also been posting them on Instagram Reels as well. Well, I've posted one, but I've been filming them. The ones that I'm making are probably not going to do that well because I think to do really well on short form content, I think you need to have like a big hook at the beginning, because whenever I'm watching it, I feel like people are like screaming and shouting at me at the start of their video, but that's just not really my style. So I'm going to stick true to myself and post things on there that I would like to see. So outfits, recipes, I don't know. Sometimes I go on Instagram Reels or Shorts and I'm like, God's sake, I feel like I've been ambushed. Hello, little guy. Oh my god, I feel like this squirrel's about to attack me. I'm not kidding. Look at this view of all of the buildings through the trees in Inverleith Park. It's like 3 minutes to 5 or something, and I can't believe how bright it still is. This is so exciting. You can feel the dopamine rushing through my system. I stayed there for ages. I feel like I was really productive. I got a lot done, a lot more done than I did at home. The brownie and the coffee cost me £8.50, so I don't think it's sustainable to do it every day, but it's nice as a little treat. I always feel like such a badass when I just cut straight across the park like that. I'm just heading home to get ready because a friend and I are heading over to our flatmate from uni. She's having us round for dinner, and I've actually not seen my flatmate from uni in so long. My friend is picking me up in 15 minutes, so I'm actually going to just do a little flat reset before I leave so that when I come back tonight it's nice and clean and tidy and I can just have my shower and go to bed. So let's do this. I never do these. Well, I do these, but I just never really film them because I'm always so frantic. My current snack, hummus and raw carrot. I haven't been making my bed in the mornings because I keep getting these, I think, AI generated, yeah, they are AI generated. They pop up on my feed and it'll be, for example, a tomato, and it'll have a face and it'll say, "Don't put me in the fridge, I'll dry out. Leave me in the sun for up to 4 hours before you use me." Or like, it will just be random fruits and vegetables telling me how I should store them. And then recently it started popping up with videos of just household items, just with general household tips on how to store household items. So the latest is a bed sheet and a duvet, and it says, "Don't make the bed immediately, let me air out so that all of the moisture and heat from overnight has some time to air out." So that's what I'm doing. I am being sucked in by this random AI crap. I wish you could opt out of having any form of AI generated content showing in your feed. I hate it. It's so annoying. Okay, I need to leave in 4 minutes, but I'm so glad I've done all of that. Once I make the bed, I'll be ready to go. I'm just gonna throw my jacket back on and head to our friend's house for some dinner. She's making a curry, so excited. I'm not gonna film there because imagine if you hadn't seen someone in years and then they just appear with a vlogging camera. Like, absolutely not. Not to sound like Alfie days, but I'm all tucked up in bed. I had such a nice night seeing my flatmates I haven't seen in ages, catching up on everything and reminiscing about our time living together at uni. It was so fun. I also just put loads of Vaseline on. I literally lathered my lips in Vaseline. I have been obsessed with Vaseline recently. If I could do a favourites video, I mean, I could do a favourites video. If I did do a favourites video, this would be in it. I absolutely am loving Vaseline. I feel like it's so good. I just keep it beside my bed. I put it on every night. Although I have really been struggling to open the tin a lot because I usually put it on after I've done all of my skincare and it's so hard to open the tin. So I know Vaseline has looked like this for a million years, but if they could just add like a little flap here that you could lift up and then twist, that would be great. So if anyone from Vaseline is watching this, I'm actually just looking at this now. I feel like when brands have been around for a really long time, we forget to kind of look at them, if that makes sense. Like, you never really look at the branding on a can of Coke or a Vaseline tin, but it's actually kind of sick. Like, that looks quite nice. The blue and the white. It's very retro and cute. Literally, this is such a funny girly shop. Rigatoni pasta because I'm gonna make macaroni cheese tonight. My boyfriend gets home on Saturday from his holiday and he doesn't really like macaroni cheese, but I absolutely love macaroni cheese, so I'm like, I need to eat it before he gets home and I can't really eat it. I mean, I can still eat it when he's here, but it's not his favourite, so I'd rather just have it before he gets back. So I also got some mozzarella to put in that as well. So really excited about that. I also got this face mask, the Garnier Moisture Bomb face mask. It's Thursday night, by the way, in case anyone cares about that kind of thing. Speaking of Fraser's return on Saturday, I really want to cook something really nice. He's been away in Australia for 3 weeks with his family visiting his brother. His travel time home is approximately 3 days when you include all of the stops and everything, so he's gonna be totally exhausted. So I've been looking for recipes and stuff online because I want to make the perfect dish. So I need to go and do a proper big food shop. This was just a small one to kind of tide me over, and I'm gonna do a big one, probably walk to big Sainsbury's tomorrow and get everything that I need. I love going and doing a food shop when it's the middle of a work day and everyone's at work. That's something I'll miss when I go back to work. I feel like it's just so nice and quiet and it's amazing. I'm just cutting myself a little bit of mozzarella. Oh my god. Mozzarella is so delicious. When I was younger, I thought it was so lacking of taste, but now I just really love it. I guess really cheap mozzarella is rubbish, and this is pretty cheap. This was like £1, but I really need to clean this cupboard out. I mean, it's clean, but I just need to get rid of some stuff in there that I don't use because it's messy. Do you know what I've been watching so much of recently? For anyone that doesn't know, my mum, my sister and I all have a very morbid curiosity. So we all love, I feel like it's quite common actually, it's really popular in recent years, but true crime and a lot of stories about like bear attacks or people being attacked by a shark or things like that. We are so obsessed with watching shows about it and learning about it and hearing people's stories about it. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's kind of a common thing. That's why those types of shows are so popular. And my recent thing that I've been watching a lot of is documentaries about the 2004 tsunami that happened in Thailand, and oh my god, they are so terrifying. I watched one today. I'll actually link it below. It's a Channel 4 documentary that came out, I think it came out in 2024. It's got all original footage and people telling stories about how they got caught up in the 2004 Boxing Day tsunami, which I think is like the biggest ever modern day tsunami at the time. At the end of the documentary, it came up on the screen and it said 250,000 people died in the tsunami, not just in Thailand, and over 500,000 people were injured. How mental is that? Obviously I knew about the tsunami and I knew it was huge, but I never knew it was that scale. I just think it's so terrifying that 1 minute you're sat around the pool with your family and then the next minute they all disappear and you never see them again. That's what happened to one of the guys. It was so sad. But day after day, I saw this video that said something along the lines of, when my boyfriend's away and I can have a meal with no protein whatsoever in it and no nutritional value, and nothing has felt truer than that in these past 3 weeks while my boyfriend's been away. I have been obviously getting nutritional value in some meals, but I've been making the most of girl dinner, I would say. I also don't know if I mentioned on here that I went to see Wuthering Heights at the cinema, the new movie, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was incredible. I've never seen the original, and I've never read the book. So, oh god, that was way too hot. Gosh, this smells like being a kid, warm milk. I used to always have warm milk in a little bottle until I was like literally 8 years old. I loved warm milk. My mum used to heat it up on the stove and I used to sit on the couch and drink it. Anyway, yeah, I think because I've never read the original book or seen the original movie, like I don't feel mad about it. I just thought it was a really hot love story between two of the hottest people. Well, I think Margot Robbie's really, really hot. I just don't think Jacob Elordi's my type. There's just some famous people. Who is a famous person that I think... he's probably my one. He's the one that I'm like, everybody fancies him so much and I just don't... I don't really fancy him very much. I mean, he's a really good looking guy, but he's just not for me. When I was a kid, I don't know why I'm just launching into a story time right now, but when I was a kid, I used to literally lose everything. One time I was really upset because my mum and dad wouldn't give me my boarding pass in the airport and my brother and sister got theirs, and I was really upset and my mum was like to my dad, "I'll just give her it," and I lost it. I didn't even know I'd lost it until someone said over the tannoy, "Jennifer Harris, your boarding pass is at security." And I used to always lose my phone. One time I lost my phone in Tesco. I left it in a trolley. I just used to leave things everywhere and I don't know. But now, because I've gone through that when I was younger and I lost so many expensive things, just had to deal with the absolute nightmare of when you lose something. You literally are kicking yourself. It's so infuriating because you're like, where is it? I don't lose anything anymore. Now I triple check always in my bag, have I got everything? And also I'm that person that when we're leaving somewhere, if we're getting off a bus or we're leaving a restaurant, I'm always the person that hangs back and checks under the table and checks on the seat. I'm so excited for my Oreos as well and to just edit. It's very strange and definitely not having butter has not been the best, but oh well. It's really like watery and then there's really stringy parts to it. So when I've been trying it, I've pretty much been choking on mozzarella. So next time I should just fork out the £4 for the grated mozzarella because ultimately all of the bits of mozzarella have stayed as chunks because I chopped them up into little cubes and they've stayed as chunks, but then they're just really stringy chunks. So when I swallow a little bit of the stringy chunk, half of it goes down and the other part stays in my... It's like really stressful. I'm gonna put some chili flakes on this or like Cajun or something because I really like spicy macaroni. It still tastes good to be fair, it's just the texture that's a bit off. Yeah, this is pretty good for... Well, it's not. It's pretty rubbish for macaroni cheese, but it's pretty good in terms of the grand scheme of food in general. Like, it's better than eating a carrot, but it's not better than eating proper macaroni cheese, if that makes sense. I can't believe Prince Andrew got arrested. Well, I can, but it's just... I was quite shocked that he did get arrested. I mean, it's good that he got arrested. Maybe I'll watch this loose woman's take on Andrew. Mountbatten Windsor being arrested. I shouldn't really call him Prince Andrew.
Following the news of claims about documents for his paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.